got it propped up on my laptop and I've pressed something that I shouldn't have done. Oh God, it's loading something. What's that? Right, that's gone. Maybe that's not such a good idea. Yeah, good morning. So I'm back from holiday. I feel like both the girls are fast asleep. Yeah, I'm going to shut the kitchen door actually, even though I'm sure they'll sleep through anyway. Because we didn't get back till just gone 1:30 we got back here. So we went to flew to Malaga, Costa del Sol, Torremolinos, and literally a hotel that I went to as a kid. There's lots more they've added to it. There's like, it's all much bigger pools and more accommodation because it is right on the beach. Lovely hotel, lovely week. Morning, Crispy. Thank you. Welcome back from Limelight. Thank you very much. How are you too? So it's been hot here as well. I haven't even been out to my tomatoes yet. Well, I mean, it was gone 1:30 when we got back. Morning, Catherine. How are you? Look nice and relaxed. Yeah, yeah, so relaxed after a week. It was a really strange thing for me, and it really was just like a totally what's the word? I can't think of the word, but totally relaxing holiday, an indulgent, that's I think what I mean, a completely indulgent holiday, where we literally were just eating, drinking, swimming in the pool. Oh God, I'd forgotten how much I love holidays, because last year when we kept thinking the house sale would go through imminently, we didn't take a holiday. I think we just went camping a few times, festivals, and we kept saying, the house would go through at any moment, so we didn't take a holiday. And so must have been literally the new year, and I said to the girls, right, let's book something. I want to know we're definitely going to go away. And I think we all needed it. It was lovely. But I've realised how much I love holidays, and which sounds like a bleeding obvious thing to state, but I like the bleeding obvious. I'll be prepared for a ramble because I'm already off. But yeah, when the kids were really little, we used to, I don't know if they still do them, but we used to go on the sun holidays. Like you'd collect, how did we get those? I don't think you even had to collect them. I think you just got the codes offline. Tom just used to get the codes, I think. Anyway, you could do these things, and it was through the sun, not Sunreader, and you could go on like really cheap caravan holidays, and they were just perfect, for us with the girls little. We just wanted, whether, kids entertainment and a pool, indoor pool and stuff like that, and a beach, and that's what we could afford. And then when they were getting a bit older, quite a lot older, then we started going, it can only have been recent years, started doing some sunny holidays abroad. But sorry, let me just catch up. You look nice and relaxed, Limelight. Thank you very much. Yeah, I feel, when you do feel dead relaxed after a holiday, even though wasn't in bed and asleep until like 2, but my body clock just wakes me up. So this is my first cup of tea. And like you come back from holiday and you're all like, everything's, I'm all refreshed and ready to go. And then 2 days in, you're like, oh, fuck it, back to normal. One might come a crop on my water there. Jane, good morning. Looking lovely as usual. Dawn, if you look lovely you look lovely. If you look lovely in town, hope you had a fantastic time away. Yeah, just lush. Thank you. Morning, gorgeous. Morning, Joan. Yeah. So, and it's kind of like, oh God, laying on a sunbed. Oh, reading as well. I can't read. I just don't read books these days. I'm on my phone all the time, and there was Wi-Fi, so I could listen to the odd tube video and stuff. But I said, I'm going to get some books from the airport, and I bought Diary of a CEO, which I really enjoyed, and because I've heard so many people talk about it. And then I bought another one, which wasn't quite but I only started that on the last day, like second to last day, and it wasn't quite what I was expecting, but Connie wants to read that. And the girls also read and swapped books. Yeah, just, ate so much. In fact, it was all inclusive, and I think like the day before the last day, I said, I'm beaten. It's beaten me. Like, we went to dinner, and I was like, I don't think I can do this. I just had like some roasted pepper and some other vegetables or something, and a glass of red wine. I said, that's all I can manage. I managed pudding there. But yeah, and then we started doing a thing where we worked out with the girls' holidays, it's a lot cheaper if you, obviously, like, it's not as hot as well. If you take holidays, say April, half term, and October, we could do 2 holidays for the price of going abroad in the summer. So we started doing that just to fit as many in as possible. Yeah, and it just made me really think while I was away. I really need to take more holidays, because what's the freaking point otherwise? So yeah, definitely. It's tricky, isn't it? Because I've got the girls, so at the moment I couldn't downsize any smaller, I don't think, than what I've got, because, well, we've all got a bedroom and no one wants to share with Connie. But one day I will just downsize to the extent where I can have a million billion holidays. I just absolutely love them. We've got the crew in, have we? Thank you. I hadn't even noticed. Thank you, Chris. We couldn't cope with that holiday to look forward to. Yeah, I think that probably was hard last year as well, just not getting that real full break. Carol, morning. Haven't got a live for ages, but watching on catch up. Just want to say you look really well and love your hair. Oh, thank you. Oh, this hair is bizarre because obviously it was buzz cut, and then I got it thinned out in about January, I think, because it just felt so thick. And I buzzed it again underneath, which is growing. And then I keep getting compliments on my hair, and I'm like, it's not been touched, really. Hello, Stephen from Australia. Morning, Funky Neil. Oh, we have got the crew in, haven't we? Bazillions of holidays, yeah. Like your festival, bazillions of festivals, Neil. Do you go abroad, Neil, or do you go on other holidays? Right, yes, we've got the crew in. I'll try not to look at that and get distracted. So, I haven't been out to my tomatoes yet. My friend did pop round and water, so hopefully they're fine. Yeah, we got delayed, so oh yes, sorry, I'll just finish this off about holidays and I'll talk about what I'm up to. We booked through on the beach, and we got this free, going there, we've got this free fast track pass for security, and get this, because it's like 70 quid to put a case in. Connie said, oh, let's just take our backpacks, we don't need much stuff. And I was like, and a lot on the lead up side, do you think we ought to just check in one case? No. And we literally just took our little tiny backpacks that I would go out, little day pack one each. So we went through security and just bought our toiletries and boots, like all the mini things, for the week. And it was fine because it was hot, and obviously it's been warm here, so we were fine getting back in our flip-flops. But, so going it was delayed, coming back it was delayed. So we missed 2 direct trains from Gatwick, because the direct train from Gatwick to Reading, we missed 2 because of the delay coming back. And then when I we just went for the shuttle, and I looked at my phone and looked at the next trains, and I went, oh. And we would have been travelling. So at that point, it was just gone midnight, and there was a train cancelled, and then it was all a billion changes, and we had to get to St Pancras, then to Paddington. Then we were waiting for the first train at Paddington. We didn't do this. We wouldn't have been getting back to Reading until gone 5, and it was only midnight, so we can't travel all night because girls were knackered as well. So we just went and got a cab, and it was £166. But I don't know if we can claim any of that due to the delays of missing our trains, but that was so good. In fact, because I rang Tom and said, is there any way, can you have a quick look? Is there any way around it? Like getting a train to here, and then actually we can meet up with a more regular train. But he couldn't find anything. So, and he checked the cabs that we normally book from Reading, and he said they're not that much different. And so if you're ever in this position, Gatwick, we came out of the Gatwick train station, and there's like a private cab hire. I literally gave the guy in the cubicle my postcode, and he gave the quote. I said, yeah. And he said, okay, your driver's approaching you. He's got brown hair and glasses. And I looked up, we walked around the corner, and the cab driver was approaching us, and the cab was literally there. I was like, oh my God, what a service. And he was a lovely cab driver. So Connie went in the front because I'm deaf. She was chatting to him quite a lot, poor guy. But on the way out, we were delayed, but it was all good because we booked through on the beach, and they gave us a fast track pass. So we zipped through security. We didn't queue. We just went. There was no queue. Because I was like, maybe they've said we've got a fast track pass and a lounge access. And I said, lounge is probably rubbish, but I don't know. Like, they say we've got these free passes, probably not at Gatwick or something. I didn't really know what they were. Yeah, straight through security. Well, straight through. Me and Connie obviously always fluff it up and have to have our bags emptied. But then when we did all of our shopping bits we needed, I said, well, let's go and find this lounge then. And it was like the all-inclusive started early, free drink, free food, with this free pass that they gave us. And amazing. And then we ended up in 2 lounges because one shut because we were so delayed, and then we went to another. But we didn't care because it was like the life of Riley in there. The girls, they had a machine that makes pancakes, puts the batter down and you see it being made. So Connie was all over that. Maud, she had all these nachos, and it had a hot cheese machine, and she was just like, nachos, hot cheese, nachos, hot cheese. So we were having a while of a time before we left. So yeah, that was all good. Neil, and your festivals. Festivals only. Well, you do enough of them though, don't you? So you must live for the summer then. Morning, Babs. Carol, holidays are a basic need in my opinion. They are. I agree with you, Carol, actually. We've just booked Tenerife for end of August. Oh, can't bloody wait. So what do you do? Do you go half board or all inclusive, or so this? I don't know why, but I can't help myself. So I said, do you know, I bet this. I won't tell you how much it was in case you go, you could have got it for half that price. But what I will tell you is, hang on, let's have a slurp of this. I said, this seems like a really good deal. Considering we're all inclusive, it's not having to pay for anything. And the food was really good quality, really good quality. Oh, we'll put some pictures up on my Insta, actually. I said, I bet you can't do this in England. And I looked up going to a Premier Inn that we've stayed in Weymouth before, that what calls itself, it must be close to the beach, because it's not on the beach, it's close to the beach, where our hotel was literally come out of a gate, and it's pavement and a little road, pavement, beach. So it really was on the beach, and the biggest pools, so many pools, and they had like curly whirly seating in there. So like when it was really hot, you could literally just go and sit in the curly whirly seating. Didn't even have to swim. You could just sit in the curly whirly seating, and it had jets in it. So it was like an outdoor jacuzzi, but had 3 of those, and then other seating areas. It was just, and then loads of pool for swimming as well, like pools. There was loads of pools. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I looked at what I said, right, how much would it be for a night in Weymouth? And this was only for, oh no, I put in 2 adults, 1 child, and it was from £135 a night. So I said, well, I'll base it on that then. It would cost more just to have a room in Weymouth than it did for our all-inclusive abroad, with everything in, flights, including train to get, well, didn't have the train back in the end, but including everything, it was cheaper than just a room in Weymouth. And then you'd have to go with your food and drink on top. I was like, because I remember, like when package holidays came out, and I remember at one point people saying it's cheaper to go abroad than be in England, but I thought that must have sorted itself out. But that amazed me. Amazed me. And I was chatting to a guy and a lady in the morning, waiting for a sunbed. You have to do it. It's bloody annoying. I don't know why they just don't have enough sunbeds. And from Ireland, and they were saying that it's even worse in Ireland. He was saying he went somewhere and like the rooms were from €200 a night. I was like, oh my God, so for them it was even cheaper being abroad. Anyway, that's that. Let me catch up, sorry. We look at delay repay for delayed train. Oh, delayed repay, I'll write that down, thank you. Oh no, it's not delayed train, it was delayed flights. I'll write that down anyway, because that's good to know. Or is that for both? I'll look at that. Hello. Club Tropicana. Oh yeah. Oh, there was an almost swim up bar that Connie liked. You could swim up to the edge and hop out, and the bar was there. Wouldn't do anything but all inclusive. It's so good now, isn't it? Especially if you do like drink, and Connie made up for what I didn't drink. Yeah. I did, I've been like with these tablets, I haven't been able to drink like my usual quantities. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going all inclusive. So I've discovered the way around it is I have to eat a lot and drink. I was really conscious of fluids. I even took some electrolyte tablets, but I only used 1. And the bizarre thing is my headaches went, because I was getting quite a lot of headaches before I left. My headaches went, and I was managing. One day I managed, but this is over a whole day, 4 drinks. So I was like having a glass of Vino Tinto with like lunch with dinner, and then Connie was like getting me a daiquiri or something, or coming back from the bar. So that's not bad. I'm quite happy with that. Yes, we went. Spain. It's absolutely lush. Somewhere I went as a kid, and so it's bizarre. Carol half board this time, but only book adult only. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that one day. Oh, there were so many cute babies abroad and little kids. Only 4 or 5 star. Yeah, I think this must have been 4 star. Remember, like, we were like, shall we? This is this star, this is this. What should we? And it was really good. But done all inclusive when kids were with us, as that's far from family. Yeah, I mean, just everything on tap, and it's great, isn't it? Oh, and flights too for comfort. Oh, brilliant. Yes, that would be really good. So I'm still, when the cab driver, because I said to Connie, about how much? I said, I've got cash, I think, not for that one, like just to get we're really close to the station, but she didn't want to cross the path. So I said, well, when we get back to Reading, I'll just get a cab. I said, I've got cash. And she said, you don't need cash. And I was like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting that cabs just take card now. So this guy, just took card, and then he said, you can there's a QR code, and I could send the receipt to my email address. I was like, yeah, it's good. That's good technology. So I'm going to do some of these. Oh, I'm beaten to it, I think. Oh, God, there's loads, isn't there? So I'll just carry on. Yeah, so it's been hot here, and last night when we came in, the Spanish say to keep all your windows shut, your blinds down until it's really cool, or if it gets cool, then you can let the air in. But all day when it's boiling, you're meant to keep the heat out. And I know it's been hot here, and our flat really feels the heat. And we came in last night, and I said, this feels pretty good. And Connie said, it feels boiling. I said, no, it's not like she just feels the heat. I said, but this isn't compared to what our flat's usually like, because it's all been sealed up. It wasn't hot, so I think that proves the theory. But it's too tempting just to open all the windows and then you get hot, isn't it? Last few days have really felt like proper summer. Yeah, while we were away, that's typical, isn't it? But anyway, shorts and t-shirt weather, which I love. So, switched things back on Sunday. I want to have a question for you as well. So, the new bits I've sold. Vinted is a bit... so I'm hardly listing on there. So it is a bit dead because it's not worth me paying for the wardrobe spotlight, which I think really helps, and I haven't got that much on there. That's a real shame because obviously I was really enjoying Vinted, and it is an odd thing. Tom said there will probably be disagreements all the time between the marketing department and the legal department, and the legal department will be saying, right, you've got to clamp down on people that might be doing commercial selling, and the marketing department will be like, but we're advertising, getting all this revenue from wardrobe spotlights, and which I was doing all the time, and obviously they're getting their customer protection percentage or whatever, and I guess money from advertising, which they lose all of that every time they clamp down. But anyway, yeah. So just one sell on Vinted. Just a silver ring. That's a teeny tiny diamond in there, but no one cares about a teeny tiny diamond. I literally went for £8. No one was interested, so I accepted that offer. Thank you very much, Susan. Gorgeous hinged bangle, full UK hallmarks, is going out. Yeah, so I literally, before I went, oh, there we go. Oh, that is nice. Oh, yeah, that is nice. Before I went, I thought, right, I know there's going to be one of those. Oh, very nice. One of those should be one of those offers, 70% off. So potentially, if you've got a private account, you can get 200 listings a month with a deal on your final value fees. Obviously, plus not having to pay for a shop. But then everything else is just normal. So I do, because I am aiming, and I don't want lots of listings, but I have lots of stuff to get rid of. So I am having to do my punishment and list my stuff on there, and then that just goes at normal fees, but I'm not promoting. So that does make a difference as well. And obviously it's free to list. So I am doing that. So, oh yeah, I've got a question about that. And this is the other thing that's going out anyway, 30 silver rings, which I accepted an offer. Somebody said, will I take 180? Yeah, which was like 10% off. I said yes, because I've got a couple more bundles. And so I put some in, a couple of really chunky ones in. And then there were lots of decent enough rings, but clear stoned ones, which I find hard to sell. So I'm just getting some money back so I can reinvest it in other stuff. And yeah, so that's all that's going out. Right, so I've got, how many have I got actually? Let's have a look. How many ended did I have? Yeah, before I went, I just got 100, ended everything on my eBay, did a sold similar and left like 100 in my draft so I could just go list, you know. Unsold and not relisted, 178. Neil, the problem with YouTube in recent months is that vertical lives are showing up when scrolling shorts. So I've started doing the block word list after Nick said that they have a massive block word list after a lot of trolls. So I tried, like, if I see stuff, of, you know, some obvious stuff I can put on there, but that's one way of handling it, I suppose. Yeah. Annoying. Yes, I've got 178 that I could bang back on. In your opinion, and if you're watching this back, please comment. Would you just bang that whole lot on? I'm back to consistent listing today, so I'm going to be adding some more fresh listings anyway. Or would you filter those on each day? So my inclination is just to bang those on and then carry on adding to them. But what do you think I should do? So that's not bad considering. So what have I been back on eBay about? Oh, it must be about 7 weeks because I did that 6-week update and then been away for a week. And I've got 278 listings plus whatever I've sold. So that's not too bad. Bang away, that's what I say. Thanks, Stall. And what about the listings? Catherine would filter through next day or two. Right, have we got any advances on filter through or bang away? Yeah, so I've got that. Oh yeah, you know, I was saying, I applied to see if they would up my 400 listings a month cap, and I feel like maybe it was so quick that they said no, you haven't got enough whatevers. You haven't met the requirements. I wonder if that's an AI thing automatically doing that, because somebody also said that a lot of people had a load of negative feedbacks removed where they'd applied to have them removed and they've been turned down, and then suddenly a load of people had negatives removed without a word, and they said, wonder if it was an AI bot and then it had actually been reviewed by a human and a load of them have been turned over, because I was immediately turned down. They were like, no, you can't have more than 400 a month. I was like, all right, I'll just have to wait then. And then they didn't message me or anything, and suddenly they put it up to 800, and I was like, oh, that's weird, they didn't even message me. Okay, well, that's cool then, that's enough. And then I've had a message saying, oh, we've upped your listings availability, and I thought, yeah, I know you did it to 800, and then I looked, not 800, they've put it up to 10,000. I can now list. Well, I think I can do 1,000 for free listing, not, final value, but just listing it. But I can list 10,000 a month if I want. That's like, well, you've gone from like being really tight to being overly generous. Yeah. Oh, woo mix new and old each day. Oh, so like filter through. We've got 2 for filter through and 1 for bang away. So I only have a private eBay account, and they randomly wrote to me this month and said my selling limit had been upped. So they must have been God, they are up to stuff, aren't they? That's so interesting. Yeah, because I got also, that must be the same as me then. I got that message. So what did they put yours up to? Did you go up to 10,000? And I guess in theory, for them, why wouldn't they Why wouldn't they just make it 10,000 anyway, so they don't have to deal with the customer service of people requesting upgrades? Oh, I'm going to write some of these things down for my block list. Your selling limit's been removed, so no limit a week ago for Neil. God, they're clutching at straws, aren't they? Oh, there's another one I can write. I've got some good words from a block list here. Thank you. I don't know what the limit is, never reached it. Max listings I ever have, 20 items. Yes, you're really probably established on Etsy, aren't you? I know. I just, well, as we know, I haven't got the patience, but there you go. Yes, I'm going to be back to consistent listing, doing my punishment. I did order a few things off of Vinted while I was away. Quite an exciting. I'll show you when it arrives. I'm probably going to, I'm showing you stuff that's going out, so it wouldn't be too difficult to find me. But I am going to share that orno ring that I sold onto my Insta, I think. I feel like I want a record of it on my grid. So it's all going to be over then. If you want to... Oh. There's another one. If you want to follow my private account. Oh, yes. So while I was away, it was all... Obviously, the eBay Awards was announced, and I know that I haven't been in yet. I've got to go in. When I've been in, I will add, I'm sure you've got it anyway, the link for voting in the eBay Awards. Oh, yeah, thank you for that. Neil, you're just... It's all right, no one blocked Neil. He's just giving me examples of things I can add. Still thinking of moving on to, Vinted, really? My Etsy sales went from plus 30% to minus 85% this month. Duck. Fuck a duck. Christ. And you are their best seller. That is ridiculous. God alive. I'm sorry that you've experienced... Oh, what's happened here now? Sorry you've experienced that. It really is a shocker, isn't it? When you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You have to adapt, don't you? But, fucking hell. You let us know how you get on with that. And I'm sorry to hear that. So you won't go back to Bay then? It's all right still. Keep them coming on. I'll add them to my list. As I say. Yeah, so I had... Oh, gosh, can you imagine if Pro arrived? I'd love that to arrive. Oh, yeah, sorry, thank you. Yeah, you voted in eBay Awards. I'd forgotten. Yeah, eBay Awards. So I'll put a link in after this. But... Obviously, my good friends Nick and Andrea are up for an award. I'm assuming that they get 10 grand in each category, because obviously John, Luke and Charlotte got it last year. And they're up for community contribution or something, which I know they're up against the big people. I think, Faye and Simon, are you in that same category as well? And if... I've got to vote for Nick and Andrea because I'm seeing them in a few weeks and they'll boot me up if I don't vote for them, but you would have been my top one otherwise. And then there's... I've got to go through all the categories. I know Tommy Trades. I don't really know Tommy, but he seems very likeable. He's up and coming, isn't he? He's on there. Shell Resells is on there in one of the categories. Who else is on there? I've just been catching this by... Yeah, because I think it was George Ross also in the same category as Nick and Andrea and Faye and Simon. Really hard, isn't it, this year? Did you all decide to... Did they encourage you at the Bristol thing to apply? Sophie's Choice, yeah. Well, I'm voting for people that I'm going to see in person so they don't hurt me. Joking. Oh, Neil, I'm not voting in eBay Awards. It's like having to choose a favourite child. Yeah. Oh, that's a new one. Store. I put my shop on holiday for half a day and switched it back on, and slowly but surely sales have been creeping back. Oh. So yeah, sometimes it can be the algorithm's done a bit of an odd one, I suppose. I wouldn't want, still, you can own this. I wouldn't want to be strong-armed by Andrea. She can be scary. I had to apologise to her the morning after a big night out at Rewind last year. I said, I'm sorry, because I know it can be a bit much. And she's so gentle. Well, my whole family are very gentle. And she said, oh no, I thought I would have to apologise to you. I was like, no. No, you don't need to apologise. I need to apologise because I'm, you know what I'm like. Neil, I'm off to Birmingham Open. Anyone else? Oh, I need to have a good swear at eBay management. Oh. I sort of feel sorry for those eBay reps there, but then also they must know what they're going to be getting, and they need to receive that feedback to pass it, to actually filter it up, don't they? And obviously they're going to give all their standard political answers to anything you're asking. But as you know, I am still convinced they are pushing private accounts over business because I have less listings than when I had that business account where I was doing everything I was told and promoting, and I'm having more sales. I stand by that. Twisted, lots of sales from Vinted. Now they've removed every. Oh, so that. Oh, when did they do that? Because I've only got every. I've only got every. Is that why I'm not getting any sales? Oh, I need to look at that. Do I need to put that in spelt like that? Well, let's add it. And can't find a local Yodel drop-off shop. I've got one, but it's just a really shit walk, just a boring walk, so I took that off. And also, they all seem to be losing my parcels. But I do now have a really convenient InPost, literally where I go all the time, my car local area, to shop and source and everything. So I am, yes. In fact, some of the stuff I've purchased from Vinted, I've said I've done it as an experiment. Send it to my little InPost doodles and see how that goes. Twisted, unless it's only Northern Ireland dropped for 2 weeks now, could be a sign of what's about to. God, that's massive, isn't it? I mean, Whatnot dropped every as well, didn't they? And went Royal Mail. Although Royal Mail have lost one. I send everything tracked 48, but obviously it's all large letters, so it just goes in a post box and it just gets picked up by scanning, like, quite quickly. One, and it's a nephrite jade ring, has not been picked up, and somebody has opened a case. And I looked, and the tracking, it's really odd for Royal Mail. They've never lost anything with mine, I don't think so. No, they probably have. No, they have at some points because I've been given those stupid books of stamps as compensation. But yeah, there's no tracking. So I said to the buyer, I'm hoping the tracking's going to kick in soon because just, and now it's with them and they haven't responded. And now I'm like thinking, oh, have they had it and have noticed there's no tracking? But that would be like sod's law that it was actually a scammer that I'd sent it to. So I don't think it's that. I think they genuinely haven't received it. So pissing annoyed about that, but there you go. Right, so anything to do with that? Oh yeah, I had a bit of an epiphany before, while I was away as well. I'll show you the state of this. So I've got all that stuff there. And I was suddenly thinking, and since we moved in, I just plugged my stuff in quickly when we moved in. Like I put my Dymo over there, like next to the microwave and stuff. And then, so I have to pick my laptop and go over there and print a label. And then I'm fluffing back here to get the envelope, and all the stock is here. And I suddenly thought, why don't I just have that Dymo on top of my red drawers here? And why am I using two of the drawers for actual just storage when that's actually prime real estate space? And that should be stuff that I'm, like my listing tools that I need all the time. And it's like, oh yeah, sometimes you can take a step back and go, yeah, that's mental. Which is why I guess they get people to come into consultants to come into companies and watch everything and then go, right, if you change this and this, you'd be more profitable. So I'm going to organise myself and save myself a bit of time. Still, if you ever need to make a claim for a mail, do it by Twitter. Direct message, much easier than filling in all the forms. Oh, but because it's sold on eBay, they just send me stamps. They don't, like, even though I can say, well, it's sold for this, they don't give us stuff, which pisses me off. Twisted, it still shows up on the settings, but customers can't use it. Sent messages to Vinted, thought my app was broken, got no proper answers. It was the post office that filled me in. I do get quite a lot where I can't send offers and people can't buy, and all it says is you can mark it as reserved for them. And I've never got to the bottom of that, because I've said, I've only got every on. Have you got every switched on? And they've said, yeah. I'm like, well, it can't be that then. And so I've never got to the bottom of that. God, I feel like I should have these filled in. The 11s. They're squinting in the sun, isn't it? Shall I get these filled in? Mind you, I don't want them travelling off somewhere else, because you see all those people that have got the lips and the stuff they've had put in is travelling off places, and their lips are like, there were loads on holiday with the Groucho Marx eyebrows and like really big lips. Well, I'm going to get on with some work. Yes. I'm going to do some work. And if I don't get sales by the end of the day, I'm going to have a little tantrum. Anyway, lovely to catch up with everybody. Thank you, moderators. Feel free to message me any words you think I should add to my list on Insta. I'll enjoy reading those and adding them to my list. Work. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Have a lovely day, everybody. Enjoy the summer. Is anyone else getting defects, Babs, for Tract 48? I got a defect because they encouraged me to change my handling time to 1 day. And I thought, well, I can do that because I handle them in 1 day anyway. And then I remember this happened on eBay before. I got hit with a late defect because it wasn't scanned quick enough and they wouldn't remove it. So I've gone back to 3 days handling and no late defects. Welcome back. Love with sales this week. Thank you very much, Stall. Have a lovely day, everybody. Neil, thank you. Bye-bye, don't die. Please do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you fancy, if I haven't annoyed you too much. And bye-bye, don't die.